They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable?
No, it's just there's a lot of questions.
Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master?
No, I'm not that type of person. No, but I could see most people, or the majority of people, will do that.
Oh, so we agree already. You are right. But the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd
Fair.
still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality.
This almost makes me think of that the lost, the false prophet in a certain way. This game started to become a little bit religious, but it's interesting.
The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night, except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you?
So, kind of like an equal exchange, but it's not an equal exchange. Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? It's something similar. So, they pick a certain sacrifice from the flock that they think they're doing the good deed. So, it's manipulation that seeing a certain thing that, oh, can be good, it's going to be good, it's going to help you. At the end of the day, they are being used for experimentations in order they could, it's a ritual, so try to revive something or someone. Yeah.
I once believed that too. Thought as long as I paid a high enough price, I could get my desired outcome.
Yeah, so kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, that the equal exchange plot, you desired something most. So what happened? You want to bring someone back from the dead, or you're trying to become something better, or if you're missing a limb or something like that. In order to do something like that, Al accidentally, his brother was able to do it, but he completely lost his body and got in armor. Something similar to this.
But true equality is scarce. Always has been.
Bingo.
The world was never a fair place. Wouldn't you agree?
Never was. Even now, people think that, oh, we're all equality, yes. But there's always a difference that we're never going to be equal, sadly. And people will use that as their advantage and manipulate certain people.
To receive equal retribution, one must give more, and more, and more.
Um, Sadly, like if you're religious and you're going to church, the person that is preaching, they're like, you know, give um give back with I don't know how to say it in English, but in Spanish they call it ofrendas, and you're giving back to like the people that it's in need. So they hand like baskets and things like that, but also you're helping to sustain the church. In which case, yes, but who put the rest of the money in their pocket and not helping the people in need? It's the what you see here. It's pretty much the exactly same.
When
Yeah,
every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully.
in some ways, yeah.
When they can make someone else bear the price.
hmm It's kind of like the bully thing that sometimes bullies getting bullied by someone bigger. So they're like, for they could sustain insane and not feel that they are the problem, they find someone weaker and pick on them. They're the problem. Because you're weak, you're the problem. That's how I think this is happening.
They all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire.
Yeah.
Funny, isn't it?
No. They're abusing their innocence and not knowing. So ignorance. It's like people in the country folks. I wouldn't say country folks, but in a way, kind of yes. So like Alabama, for example, or people towards the South. They're mostly, sadly, kind of ignorant, and there are people will abuse their ignorancy because some of them is, innocent, ignorant. Some they are ignorant because they choose to be. So that can happen, and that's what happened to this village. Some are innocent, ignorant, some choose to be ignorant. You find some making bowls. Link close and you notice something faint marketing on the wall. Words like monster, witch, banshee, her, bansheer, and all her faults are written thick on the wall. You know what they could have done? The developers maybe it will show after, the dialogue. But it would be nice if the words as you're reading, the words are appearing. Crumble page, a children book.
Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the
Hmm.
next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual, but the black lamb was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, so kind of like what I said about the bullying. There's someone bigger bullying a bully, and the bully found someone, a victim to mess with, and blaming that victim. That's all their fault. So kind of like the black sheep sorting method, but yeah.
The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth.
Hmm. Very interesting. So kind of like the boy who cried wolf lied so many times till the very end he told the truth. No one believed him. And in this case, it's slightly the opposite. And I want to say, but I don't know. Let's keep going.
Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the Black Lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the White Lambs did?
We kill one of the white lambs, or killed each other, or fighting against each other, because they panic and to please so-called this god, they're starting to take each other out one by one to please him, and he's smiling.
Ah, those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses.
Mm-hmm. And you're the black lamb. Or someone was the black lamb, and you're one of the so-called sheep. I don't know. We'll see.
Well done. You didn't let any details slip.
No, you were telling the story.
Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs?
The shepherd.
Indeed, the direct culprit was the shepherd. He held all the power, fulfilling wishes at a price. The lambs knew the risks, yet succumbed to temptation. Unfortunately, in the face of such temptation, they disregarded all the hidden risks, as disaster had yet to befall them. If they were given another chance, I believe they would still choose the same path. Inevitably, they accepted their fate and paid the price when their time came. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes?
Their sincerity. I don't want to say everything they owned, but their lives makes perfect sense. Their sincerity, because he explained it somewhat vague but straightforward. The price of all lambs paid is their lives.
Of course, as always. Life was the most valuable thing they had to offer.
Yeah.
Here's my final question. What happened to the Black Lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
It was murdered by its flock and the shepherd executed because its flock was it survived along with other lambs. This would be a twisted fate, that they all survive with the other lambs, but most likely it was murdered by the flock and the shepherd. But it survived along with the other lambs.
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock never found out about it. Someone came to their rescue, and they all made it out alive.
Really? Oh, you're such a good little lamb. So innocent, so sweet. Do you really believe a hero would show up and save the day? Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules. He withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. So they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again. Until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. Black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already have it figured out? The black lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the white lambs who succumbed to their greed. The innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy. They had it coming. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo. Fun answer, but no. Not even close.
Fun answer.
I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we
He's the
are
black
the black
sheep.
lamb. The one who breaks the rules.
Fair point. The one who fights too long against the dragons becomes a dragon himself.
Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up like you say.
Oh yes, are we gonna fight now?
Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take? Oh, you found us already. Shake and shiver. Blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, red. Who's the sweetest one ahead? Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join them on this right path, and I've got us. Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces. Fire!
Strike from the shadows. No hesitation.
Let me be your blade.
Such speed. Such brutality. Can't you see? We are kindred spirits after all. Tell me, do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lab? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason or the sole apostle? Think about it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the Black Lab can reclaim the trust of its herd. Then, eventually,
Nice.
there will be none left to be victims or oppressors.
Oh shit.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
No hesitation. One with the sounds. Swift and resolute.
Let me be your blade.
I sense your weakness. One with the sounds. The hour is upon us. Spurs.
Rover!
Such a pesky girl.
Leave it to me. Rejuvenating snow.
There we go. Starting to get used to it. Kind of.
Rover? Rover!
What's good?
I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh, should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from him!
Oh.
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble?
Gamble.
The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again in the not too distant future.
They're gone.
He's cool.
Should we go after them?
Let's skip it for now.
Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space. He trapped me in confinement, and I could only sense that it wasn't far from here. It took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover. If only I could have reached you sooner.
Brother. Brother.
Why are you here, little one? I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother it mentioned. Could it be...
Scar?
Yes, that is a possibility, since Scar had been here before. Let's talk about it later. Rover, can you fill me in on what happened?
Sure. Once
Seems
upon a
all
time.
the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual. Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted beliefs? That does sound like something he might do. We cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves. What's the matter? Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
Someone's there.
They are unharmed. Please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked. Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Rover, do you still have the plaque we found earlier? The one broken in half? Yes, as I thought. I just felt a similar vibration from that direction. Please follow me.
Let's see. Oh shit. Wait, how? The hell? Okay.
It's the missing half. We can piece them together now.
Ah, like a... I can't help it.
Look, the water is going down.
Wind, guide me.
I can't believe it. There is such a big opening down here. How odd. This place should have been soaked in water, but everything is dry. Even the vegetation is thriving.
Great, another battle.
Did Scar do this?
Hit it, maybe.
That tree. It's stunning. It's almost eerily enchanting.
Very so, for sure. Maybe that leaf that we had?
Please, save us. Are you trying to tell us about something hidden here? Where did it go?
There's a diary. You guys could read it. You guys want to? I just skim as much as information. No data. Very interesting. Oh, nice. We keep it. I guess we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, shows the process and how many battles that we've gone in. Okay. Well, like that. Well, because I have a feeling if I press it here, because I don't have that much time, it's gonna start a little bit of a dialogue, and then we're gonna face whatever's that, another battle. But for now, I'll leave it as is. I'll see you guys later. See you next time. Peace out.